Before we dive in, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because what you're about to hear is the kind of political earthquake that South Africans are not prepared for. Trust me, this is the type of investigation the mainstream will never break down for you this clearly. Stay with me until the end, because every new detail in this unfolding story gets darker, sharper, and more nerve-wracking. Imagine waking up to a global headline flashing across your screen. A headline so explosive, so unbelievable, that the entire African continent comes to a standstill. This is the scenario overwhelming social platforms, political circles, and diplomatic communities today. A dramatic twist in a long, exhausting chapter of political scandals, corruption allegations, and power struggles within the ANC. But the real question is, what does this mean, and how did we get here? Stay tuned, because the deeper we go, the more terrifying this political puzzle becomes. In our hypothetical investigative breakdown, the situation starts when an international corruption task force, let's call it the Coalition Against Financial Crimes, steps forward with damning reports linking illicit financial flows to high-ranking individuals in South Africa. And in this fictional scenario, they point fingers at none other than President Cyril Ramaphosa and a powerful unnamed ANC heavyweight. Rumors explode. Diplomatic chatter grows. International prosecutors are supposedly compiling documents. South Africa holds its breath. Opposition parties go into battle mode. Political analysts start drawing chilling comparisons to leaders who saw their careers collapse overnight. And ordinary citizens? They're left asking, is this the moment the ANC finally loses its grip? In this dramatic storyline, a senior ANC figure, one long protected by political alliances and internal party shields, suddenly finds himself cornered. Leaks suggest he is the key link in the alleged cross-border money movements. The alleged whistleblower, fictional for storytelling, reveals that the paper trail is irrefutable. Now the walls start closing in. Political insiders in this narrative claim emergency meetings are being held. Phones between Luthuli House and the Union buildings are ringing non-stop. Pressure mounts as diplomats quietly demand explanations. And somewhere inside the ANC's upper ranks, panic spreads. In this suspenseful scenario, if such a warrant existed, it would pose a global embarrassment, a constitutional crisis, and the most dramatic political challenge of the democratic era. Just imagine. International media trucks parked outside major embassies. Foreign governments issuing statements expressing concern. Economic analysts warning of market instability. Foreign investors reconsidering their ties with South Africa. This is not just a political story. This becomes a national emergency, a moment that South Africans would never forget. And for the ANC, it would be the tipping point, possibly the final blow after decades of corruption allegations and declining public trust. In this fictional unfolding, South Africans erupt with mixed emotions. Some celebrate the possibility of accountability. Others fear for national stability. Many ask themselves whether the nation is on the brink of something far more dangerous. You feel the tension, the anxiety, the uncertainty. People start flooding the streets, calling for answers. Social media trends explode with South Africa becomes the world's trending topic overnight. This part of the narrative digs deeper into the ANC's internal fractures. For years, analysts warned that corruption battles, factional wars, and leadership crises could eventually collide. This hypothetical arrest warrant scenario is exactly the kind of spark that can ignite a political firestorm. We explore questions such as: would the ANC turn on its own president? Would internal factions use the chaos to seize power? Could early elections be triggered? Would coalition politics reshape South Africa forever? Every political expert would be glued to their screens. Every South African would be left wondering, Is this the moment history changes? In this suspense thriller-style commentary, the future is uncertain. Foreign governments demand cooperation. Domestic opposition intensifies pressure. The economy freezes in fear. And Ramaphosa, in this fictional scenario, prepares a legal team for the fight of his political life. Everything feels like a ticking time bomb. You don't know whether the next headline will announce a resignation, a dramatic legal showdown, or the collapse of the ANC's last shred of unity. This is the cliffhanger. This is the moment viewers stay glued to their seats. South Africa, this story is far from over. And trust me, if this scenario ever played out in reality, it would redefine politics for decades to come. If you want part 2 of this deep dive, where we break down what international law would actually mean for a sitting president, how the ANC could collapse from internal pressure, and what political scenario South Africa could face next, then hit that subscribe button right now. Because this channel will continue unpacking the political truth, the hidden battles, and the explosive storylines shaping our nation. Subscribe, like, and comment below. Tell me what you think would happen if this scenario ever became real. Until next time, stay alert, stay informed, and stay watching, because the next political shockwave might hit sooner than you think.